always been fascinated by the way people find a rhythm when they're truly absorbed. It's like when you watch a river, it just flows effortlessly, finding its way around any stone or root in its path. And sometimes people don't even realize how easy it is to just slip into that natural flow. And as you're sitting there now, you may begin to notice how good it feels to just let go, to allow things to happen without having to make them happen. Your breathing, for example, just falls into a calm, gentle rhythm without a second thought. And it's interesting how the more you let yourself drift into that, the more relaxing it feels, isn't it? And if you've ever watched the clouds drift across the sky, you know how they slowly change, moving gently along, floating with each breath, like you're just watching time stretch out. And that feeling of timelessness can deepen with each breath. And as you notice that, you might find yourself sinking even further into a space of deep, peaceful stillness. And I knew a man once, a gardener, who had this beautiful plot of land. He knew it was capable of growing wonderful things, but he was always waiting. When the time is right, he'd say to himself, "I'll plant these seeds." He'd walk around with his little bag of seeds, imagining all the amazing plants that would grow. Days passed, then weeks, even seasons, and as he pondered and prepared, but the seeds stayed in the bag. One day he realized that just by stepping onto the soil, he was already connected to it. He didn't have to wait. He could simply reach down, open his hand, and let those seeds fall, trusting they'd find their own way to grow. And as he scattered them, he noticed the tiniest shoots appearing, almost as if they'd been waiting for him all along, ready to grow once he allowed it. The funny thing was, he didn't need the perfect plan or a whole day to make things happen. No, he found that just by starting, simply letting go, he was already moving forwards, and suddenly all the waiting dissolved. And those seeds, well, they didn't need much coaxing at all. They just grew naturally. And maybe, just maybe, he realized that the soil had always been ready, just as he was always ready to begin. And isn't it interesting how sometimes, just like that gardener, we can let go of needing to plan every detail. We can just reach into that place within and allow our own intentions to take root. And now as you take a breath, you may notice a new feeling, a readiness perhaps, a bit like stepping into a warm breeze that nudges you forward. And as you come back, more aware of the room around you, your surroundings, and that relaxed feeling still flowing within you, it's interesting how natural it feels to take action, isn't it? Just as the gardener planted those seeds, you can take small, effortless steps forwards. And every time you think of something you'd like to accomplish, you'll feel a gentle pull, like the soil calling to a seed, a natural urge to begin, even in the smallest way. You'll find that just starting becomes easier, smoother, and you'll feel a sense of satisfaction each time you do. And you'll discover that your progress grows as naturally as seeds in good soil. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, goodbye and good mental health.